What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. And today, I just witnessed football molestation. I've never seen it before, but I saw it today. Yes, I'm going to go into my predicted starting 11 and my ideal starting 11. But the match against Crystal Palace and Liverpool, we have to talk about that game. Every team has their bogey team. And for me, I think Arsenal's bogey team are, okay, the main one is Newcastle, but they're a good team. And I think another bogey team, biggest one's probably Brighton for Arsenal. You know them teams, they always have your number. Crystal Palace, in my opinion, are officially the bogey team for Liverpool. They beat them in the Community Shield, and they've done it again today. That first half, Palace should have been up by 3-0. I'm at church, busy working away, do my stuff for the Lord, and I've got one, hand on a match, and I'm watching it, and I'm oohing and I'm ahhing because Mateta hits the bar. And there was another chance before that where they hit the bar again. They hit the woodwork again. That first half, it should have been Crystal Palace 3, Liverpool 0. 1-0 didn't do justice for Crystal Palace in regards to the tactical masterclass Oliver Glasner had over Arne Slot. First half, Liverpool didn't know where they were. I don't even think they knew they were in South London. They probably thought they were in West London somewhere because they couldn't see the wood from the trees. That is how good Crystal Palace were against Liverpool. Second half, Liverpool grew into the game even more. Yes, they did. And I'm in the car watching it frantically. I'm sitting outside Tesco in my car because obviously as a rival fan, you want your rivals to do poorly. Yes, you want them to concede, but more importantly, you want them to lose or drop points. They came back, and who had to get the goal? Chiesa. And I'm not surprised. He is a super sub. He's a super sub. He's that 12th man. He comes on 86/87 minute, gets the goal. I'm like, boy, all right, even if they drop 2 points, but I wanted them to lose. My fear is Liverpool going invincible. I never want them to go invincible. I never. That's something, one of the last few things that Arsenal fans can actually pride themselves on, even though it's not enough for me. We need to win silverware. Last throw-in of the game, Crystal Palace. And there's this sneaky feeling something could happen. The ball hits the Nketiah. Oh my gosh. Took it on the chest, whacked it on his right foot, in. Alisson had no chance. But before that, Alisson was the only reason why the scoreline wasn't 3-0 at halftime. Seriously. Besides the times when Palace hit the woodwork, Mateta was in one-on-one. Alisson got a foot to it. He's world-class, man. Alisson, undoubtedly, probably the best. I can't doubt it. He's awesome goalkeeper. And I'm saying that live. He kept them in. He's the reason why at halftime, the scoreline looked, it's only 1-0. If not for Alisson, it'd have been 3-0. Facts. They ran Liverpool ragged. I've never seen Liverpool outplayed like that. Now, Nketiah gets the ball, 97th minute, chest, whacked it, VAR, offside. But I could see with my naked little eye that he was just on. I believe Gravenberch played him just on. I have to give ratings to Slot. He threw everything at it. It got to the point, Konate came off. Gravenberch had to fill in for Konate centre-back. That's how many attackers he brought on. At one point, I think these guys were playing a 3-2-5, something crazy like that. They had attackers all over the gaff. But I'm happy. Why? Because Liverpool got a taste of their own medicine. They are so jammy, last minute goals, and they're always scoring in the dying minutes of games, and it gets on my nerves because it's hard for the other team to respond. But they got a taste of their own medicine. It was sweet. Now, for me, obviously, don't worry, I'm about to get into Arsenal, but I'm excited because this is where Arsenal come into it. I kept saying in my Arsenal group chat and to other Liverpool fans, this is not sustainable. You getting last minute goals, last minute, equalizers. It's not sustainable. How long can you continue doing it? It gets to a point that, let's be honest, the old saying is your luck's going to run out. And that's what happened today. And a lot of Liverpool fans were priding themselves that we're playing rubbish, but look, Arsenal are still winning games. For how long can you do that for? They came across a very good Crystal Palace side who lost Eze to us. But they outplayed them. They were the better team. They deserve the win. The way Mateta bullied Konate, I sat there looking at Mateta and I'm thinking, should we have got Gyökeres? Should we have gone for Mateta? He was one person in my mind before because Mateta, he's such a tricky customer. He's very hard to handle. He gave Konate headache for the whole game. He was the reason why he also got a yellow card. It got to the point that Konate had to physically bear hug him onto the floor and he got a yellow. That is how Liverpool was so run ragged. I believe Crystal Palace are not only their bogey team, but they've given a blueprint of how you can be successful against Liverpool. If not for Alisson, it'd have been curtains. But what does that mean for Arsenal? It means that Arsenal have to go to Newcastle and do a smash and grab, a demolition job. I don't care. They need to win. Arteta, Arsenal staff, Arsenal players, they've watched this game and they say, whoa, you know what? And I'm sure they're messaging each other and say, you know what, guys, we've got a serious lifeline. We need to do something tomorrow. We've been given a lifeline. They've dropped points. Let's do something about it. Arsenal need to step up the gears tomorrow. Starting 11. So if you can see on my screen, this is the starting 11 I believe Arsenal are going to go with. But I'm going to give you the starting 11 that I would love to see. But it doesn't matter what I think, because it's what Arteta's going to do. But check it. This is what I believe. At the back, Gabriel, Saliba, no change there. Although I would probably put on Mosquera for Saliba, because Saliba, coming back from injury, is a little bit rusty against Port Vale. Timber and Calafiori, I guess that back four, you can't really do much. However, a success against Newcastle, because that midfielder there's of Joe Linton, Bruno and Tonali, they are beasts. They're animals. They're so physical. This is where a game where Calafiori would probably need to invert more into that midfield to give them extra numbers, to bolster that midfield up. That's what I think is a possibility that Arsenal should consider doing, just to get extra bodies into that midfield area. But I see Rice and Zubimendi, no doubt. Odegaard is back in training, so I do believe that Odegaard will captain. Up front, I start with Eze. Eze got his goal. He was the man of the match. It was against Port Vale, but yeah, his first goal. Victor Gyökeres. I would probably go for Martinelli, but I'm going for Gyökeres because I believe, this is why it's called predicted, because I believe this is what he's going to do. I do believe Martinelli will come on sometime on the second half. And Saka, no doubt. That's how it's going to roll for me as well. This team has got enough creativity. Odegaard will lead with the press and with the skill of Eze and Saka and Odegaard. There is enough creativity for them to create goal-scoring opportunities and get goals. I love seeing Eze in the number 10. Eze in the number 10 was doing something against Port Vale that Odegaard doesn't always do. And this is no, slight at Odegaard, but Eze was getting into goal-scoring opportunities. He should have had 2 goals. But that's what I like about Eze. He'll crash the box and get opportunities and put himself in goal-scoring opportunities. He was playing as a false 9 at times. It looked like he was playing as a false 9. But that's the difference between Eze and Odegaard. They're both creative. Eze a bit more creative, in my opinion. The only thing Eze probably just has to master is the press. But let's be honest, this is his 5th game. So he's settling into the team. But that's what I believe Mikel Arteta will go for. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I sat down scratching my head and I'm thinking, what would I love to see? What would I think would possibly match up against Newcastle and how dangerous they are in the midfield? And this is my fantasy, should I say. And as you can see, the back four stays the same. But look at the midfield. And I know some people might be thinking, why would I put Mosquera? Imagine Mosquera against Joe Linton, Bruno, or Tonali. You know none of those players could push him aside and bully him. He's not getting bullied by them. And you know that. That's why I would go for a double pivot of Rice and Mosquera. That is enough physicality to handle that midfield of Tonali, Joe Linton, and Bruno. That midfield for me, or those two sitting as 2 6s, that would give enough protection for that back four. Look at that. Look at that. That's very defensive. Now, look at the other half in a double pivot with Eze as the number 10. Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Saka. Eze will create. Martinelli will have that pace against their fullbacks. And Saka, creative, goal scorer, all of that. That is my ideal. But let me know what you think. I think Mosquera, every time I look at Mosquera, he reminds me of a Patrick Vieira. And the reason I put him there, he's aggressive, he's quick, he's pace. When what's his name? Haaland got away from Gabriel, he would not have got away from Mosquera. Mosquera is quick. I saw him live against, I think it was a friendly match against Athletic. I can't remember who it was. But his pace is terrifying. He is quick, right? He's got the physicality. He's a good distributor of the ball as well. And he's comfortable on the ball. He will just have to sit back, shield that back four. Rice could go forward with Eze. But let me know what you think. In an attacking formation, Mosquera can sit deep. Rice and Eze and Calafiori and Timber. If you've got Mosquera and Gabriel and Saliba as a back three, while the others are attacking, yo, that's a hard team to break down. But let me know what you think in the comments. It's a must-win game for Arsenal now because seeing Liverpool drop points was glorious, beautiful. I feel like singing. I feel like giving a la 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 booba. That's how great it was. But the question is, will Arsenal bottle it? And I'm saying it because now they have to take advantage. They have to go and listen, like, I don't care. This sounds a little bit controversial, but I hope you see what I mean. They literally have to give it all in the pitch. Like, you're ready to die for the cause. That's how I want to see Arsenal go out. Games past, Gordon and Isak have got the better of us. There's no Isak. Gordon is back. He can cause problems, but he can be a bit rash. God knows what he might do. Is at St. James's Park, so it's not going to be an easy game. But Arsenal need to step up. I don't believe I'm going to see Mikel Merino because you know what? No matter how much we can say Arteta is this, Arteta is that, it got to him. If you look at one of the press conferences, they asked him again about that setup. And when you look at his body language, he drops his head like you can see it's bothering him. Is bothering him. So I don't think he's going to go for that same midfield again. The midfield needs a spark, whether it's Odegaard or Eze, but Eze needs to be on that pitch. But let me know what you think. My predicted 11 or my fantasy 11, which one would you go for? But come on, you Gooners, let's get the job done. Hopefully I might do a live stream tomorrow. So check me out. And until the next video, peace.